Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, from Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, it's Monday, and you know what that means. It's time for another episode of the Raw Event Center. And now here's the man that will bring you all the wrestling action from Monday Night Raw, Mr. Eric M. Lima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans, 1977, episode number 2,621 of the show. How's it going, everybody? Hope you guys had a wonderful, wonderful, blessed day. And we just finished live reacting to Monday Night Raw. We had a lot of fun. And I had a lot of fun with both of us. And I can't wait to see what surprise I have for you tomorrow on the Renegade Shenanigans. Because like I said, it's not just about talking about real life stuff or speaking my mind on things, but just to have fun as well, and to have fun and interact with the live chat and just have some fun with it. Just have to wait and see. Hopefully I can get it together, and if I do get it together, it will be revealed, whatever the surprise is. So I'm just going to have some fun on it, but that's for tomorrow. That's for tomorrow. Right now, we're going to talk about what happened tonight on Monday Night Raw. As you know, we had the Fallout Betrayal between Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed against Seth Rollins. It seems like Paul Heyman's side with the Bronze. And so we have unprecedented 3 title matches. 2 are both for both the women's and men's Intercontinental Championships. And 1 will be for the World Tag Team titles, as you know. And so Adam Pearce kicks it off Monday Night Raw in Sacramento, there I go. And got some fat butt women, and The Rock is gonna just say no. He said the other word, but you know what I mean. Anyways, I might take a plane, I might take a train. How do you people live here? You must be insane. Living Sacramento, I won't stay. But I was sure to come back when the Lakers beat the Kings in May. Anyways. I might take a plane. I might take a train. How you people live here? You must be insane. I remember that the Rock concert in Sacramento. Anyways, so you've been wondering. Okay, so what's going to be going on with the world title situation? We found out that Seth Rollins had shoulder injury, and he had shoulder surgery on it. He'll be recuperating, and because of what you two did, I am going to vacate. He's stripping Seth Rollins of the World Heavyweight Championship, and since CM Punk has earned his match to become #1 contender for that championship, it's only right that I would name his challenger by having a battle royal, and whoever wins that battle royal will face CM Punk for the World Heavyweight title at Saturday night's main event, November the 1st. Boy, I'll tell you one thing. November's coming up real fast, folks, and I'm telling you one thing right now: it is getting insane, and it's hitting the 60s in October, for goodness sakes. Anyways, so there's that situation. So, but then because Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed and Paul Heyman walk into the arena with the World Heavyweight title, and Adam Pearce says, "I need the belt back," and then Braun Breaker says, "Say please," and he says, "Respectfully, please." And Braun Breaker went to go hand it, and he hands it over to Paul Heyman, who hands it over to Adam Pearce. So I'm like, okay. So, and then Paul Heyman addresses the Sacramento crowd, and says it's not going to end well. And the Judgment Day's upset with Dominik Mysterio about defending the tag team titles and all, and Dominik Mysterio, all I said was I'm the only one and defending my title. But then JD McDonaugh says, well, face off Rusev by yourself. And Roxanne Perez consoles Dom, saying, hey, don't let him get to you. You know, do the thing. And then Raquel Rodriguez says, focus up. What are you doing? I'll tell you, when Liv Morgan comes back, this whole Judgment Day into shambles, it's all Finn Balor's fault. I'm telling you right now. Anyway, so the World Tag Team titles was the first one to kick it off Monday Night Raw, as far as action is concerned. J.D. McDonough and Finn Balor defending against AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. And ladies and gentlemen, we have new World Tag Team Champions, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. You know what's funny? My good friend Dave Pittman was on the live chat with with Brandon, William, myself before Jordan came in, and he said, "Hey, these should be called the Phenomenal Dragons," and that was an idea that I had. But then again, I said, "Wait a second, AJ Styles, Dragon Lee. Take out the Styles and Dragon, you get AJ Lee. Oh no!" I'm sure CM Punk had a lot of fun with that. AJ Lee came back to the WWE. Why not name him AJ Lee, the tag team champions? And a lot of confusion is going to be on that. So it would be really funny. AJ Lee goes, "How can I be the tag team champions? I'm by myself." Oh, who knows? So congratulations to AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. I almost said AJ Lee. Don't know why. Anyways, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, new tag team champions. The Usos were talking about being the Battle Royal, and then Jey Uso and and Jimmy Uso, they were talking about wanting to be, and Jey Uso wanted to be the champions. Maybe you're right, maybe Roman was right, and everything else, but we'll see. Then the Intercontinental title was next on the line, as Dominik Mysterio defends against Rusev, and Penta gets involved, distracting Dominik when he tried to escape, and then Rusev throws Dominik into Penta. Dominik went over to the timekeeper's area, grabs a hammer, and the referee was distracted, and the referee was distracted. Dominik hit the hammer again, and then he tried to attempt a 619 on Rusev. Rusev caught him, and then seized the hammer. Said, "You're going to use this? You're going to use that?" He starts yelling, and he's about to hit Dominik. The referee takes it away, but Dominik, the referee takes the hammer away, and Rusev goes over, and the referee, Dominik, hits him in the nuts, and ends up retaining the Intercontinental Championship. And then Penta attacks Rusev after the matchup. I would not be surprised if those two go at it in a one-on-one match of number one contendership for the men's Intercontinental title. So, in attendance, former UFC fighter Nate Diaz was there with his family and stuff to enjoy Monday Night Raw, while the women's Intercontinental title online. Becky Lynch defends against Maxxine Dupri in her hometown of Sacramento. And Maxxine Dupri wins the match, but it was by disqualification because Becky Lynch hits her in the head with the women's Intercontinental title. And she doesn't seem to be in a very pleasant mood. And so the Kabuki Warriors addressed Rhea Ripley, Io Sky. Rhea Ripley suffered a broken nose in a live match in Japan. And they said, "Oh, you got what you deserve." And then addresses Io Sky, saying, "We hurt you, we broke your spirit." And then Asuka commends Kairi on her killer instinct, says, "We're going to be back, and we're going to get the women's tag team titles." Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, listen up, Twisted Queens. You may have some competition heading your way. Stephanie Vaquer and Roxanne Perez went one-on-one. But before that happened, Anna Pierce is confronted by Paul Heyman about Reed and Breaker in the Battle Royal, where they were kept out of the graphic. And then Pierce goes, say please, when talking about putting Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed in the Battle Royal. And then he says, "Respectfully, sir," and everything else. "Please, and then Adam Pearce says, "No," slams the door in his face. And then Becky Lynch confronts Heyman. And he says he's going to get everybody else, but not you. And you're going to wish it was you. So Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker are out of the Battle Royal. Stephanie Vaquer went one-on-one with Roxanne Perez. Vaquer won the matchup, but then Roxanne and Raquel Rodriguez attack her after the match, and then Nikki Bella helps out Vaquer, and they stood tall in the end. Live Vaquer is talking to Pierce about Bayley, but then Bayley interrupts Lara Vaquer said, I got a surprise, and next week we'll find out what it is. And she's going, woo! And I'm like, oh boy, I think that woo is a dead giveaway. I think Twisted Queens will have another tag team to worry about. Then Hangman was confronted by the Bronze, and then why they're out of the Battle Royal. Sometimes you're in the future, you gotta look at yourself in the mirror. And then Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker look like it'd be good to hurt somebody, and I agree there too. So I thought they're going to get involved in the Battle Royal and destroy everybody. Meanwhile, the number one contenders Battle Royal took place. CM Punk is on commentary. Dominik Mysterio tried to pull a Stone Cold Steve Austin circa 1997, where while Sheamus was brawling with the rest of the Judgment Day, AJ Styles threw out Dominik from the other side, which from the referee's obstructive, from the referee's views, but Dominik snuck back in the ring as a result. But when it came down to the Usos, Dominik and LA Knight, it seems like the trickery did not work this time for Dominik. In the end, Jey Uso wins the matchup. So CM Punk was joining on commentary during that matchup, and he confronts Jey Uso back, and no sign of Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed in that event after the matchup. But now, the Saturday main event, November 1st main event is complete. The vacant world title on the line. CM Punk one-on-one with Jey Uso. So, that is all the time that we have on this show. Episode number 2621. As you know, tomorrow, we're going to have some high rollers and stuff, and NXT, the final NXT before Halloween Havoc. So, that's all there is to it. Hope you guys have a wonderful, blessed night. Until next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home.
That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E and do it for Bob Saget production, and in association with a Raving Bull for 3000 Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. See you later on the next episode of the show. Goodbye for now.